Good morning, or shall I say good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining my Instagram Live. My name is Makita Waterman. I'm the CEO of Top Writing Services Incorporated, and I feel really excited to be here. It's summertime in my city, and the sun is shining, so I have a really good spot in my window right now. I wanted to talk to you about the power of doing a social media marketing calendar and how powerful it is for you to be able to show up authentically as yourself and schedule your content out so that Monday through Friday, or for a good 2 weeks or at least a month, you have your hands open so that all you need to do is manually publish your content or have it scheduled out for you by using free apps so that you can communicate more effectively with your audience. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, especially small business owners, they just kind of go with the whim, especially if they're self-employed, they don't have employees or a team. And I think it's really important to plan things out, especially if you or your team are in tune with your industry and the trends that are going on, and you're actually glued to social media most days, pay attention to what's going on with your competitors, so on and so forth. It's really important to plan it out so that you know what to expect, you know how to react to certain questions and feedback, and you have yourself prepared and ready so that if you go live, like the same way I'm going live this morning on Sunday, you actually know what to say and you're together and ready to go. So I do believe in using free tools. So I'm going to mention the power of using, hi, good morning. Thanks for joining. I'm going to mention the power of using Canva, Google Calendar, or your Outlook email calendar to schedule out your social media posts. And I personally like to schedule out my posts at least a week in advance. I'm pretty on the pulse when it comes to the trends that are happening on social media apps and in business and in marketing. So I kind of find like I like to create content that is fresh and new versus doing a month of content, but it's up to your business really. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. So if you use Canva or any kind of online calendar, what I recommend that you do is you have a calendar that's online and you schedule out your posts for Monday through Friday. Posting count per app, I really would say Instagram, you might want to do at least 2 posts, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, or in the evening. And that also depends on the time zone of where your audience is located. So for example, I have been cutting down my posts from 3 posts to about 2 posts. I put that, I recommend that you put your caption in a calendar, or you put your caption in a social media scheduling calendar so that it will schedule out at that specific time that most people are on the app. That way you feel confident during your day that your content is going out, and you don't have to be on your phone for every app that you're using to schedule out this content and be successful at the same time. In addition to that, I also recommend that you schedule out all of your pieces of content and repurpose your content, meaning don't be afraid to use a caption in your calendar that you used on Instagram for Facebook, because they're kind of different but intertwined, and edit those captions accordingly, because if your audience on Facebook doesn't follow you on Instagram, or if it's a different subgroup of people, like maybe single moms or families or other entrepreneurs, you want to make sure that that caption that you take on Instagram that you schedule out for LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube is edited just based on who is actually going to read that caption. So when you schedule out your content on Facebook Creator Studio or Buffer.com, Hootsuite, Later.com, whatever app that you choose to use, you want to be able to put yourself in a position to add content as well, meaning your IGTV video or your Reels video or whatever the case may be, and make sure that it is filled with subtitles so that people with hearing impaired issues can understand what you're talking about, and make it exclusive to everybody, not just to certain people that have their phone on, have the sound on their phone, so on and so forth. You want to make your content eligible and easy to understand from everybody. So now you have your captions, you have your content, you have the subtitles, you're ready to go. If you are someone like myself who isn't using TikTok desktop, but you're actually using the apps, you kind of have no choice but to schedule it. I do believe that later.com has a paid service where you can schedule out your TikTok videos. I don't exactly know if that you'll have to edit your videos first and then put it in later.com in the TikTok section. But if you're using a video editor outside of TikTok, you can use TikTok desktop to schedule out your posts, which I think is brilliant. I tried to test it out. Unfortunately, if you have TikTok videos in your drafts, you won't be able to take those drafts from the desktop because obviously what's on the mobile is going to be different than what's on the desktop. So I really hope that helps. In addition to that, you really want to speak with your team, your business owners, or if you're running your business by yourself, you want to really think about what are the hottest topics that were successful over the past few weeks. What news can I share today? What industry insights can I share? What feedback can I share about certain things that are coming up in the industry that I'm going to apply to my products and services? And do it in that way too. So you want to obviously share your personal content. You want to share news and insights that are happening about your business or in your industry. It could be events that are coming up, so on and so forth. So you really want to do a mix of education, motivation, and entertainment. And as you can tell, I'm doing a lot of skits. I think it's really powerful to do that. People are seeing a different side of me, a more creative side of me. So try to schedule in those pieces of content. Now for LinkedIn, I kind of went from 4 pieces of content per day on LinkedIn to about 2 now. And again, I'm doing my best to do like that early morning post to that afternoon post, which has been very powerful in me getting leads effortlessly in my DMs on LinkedIn. On TikTok, I recommend, I would say about 4 to 6 pieces of content per day, especially if you want to grow your audience. I'm very, very close to about 4,000 followers on TikTok. I've been growing this page out for quite some time and really making an effort to play by the rules. So when I found when I even started on Instagram, I wasn't necessarily playing by the rules, meaning I wasn't putting my creative spin on what actually works on the app. And as you probably can tell, your calendar is going to look different for LinkedIn than it does for YouTube, Instagram than it does for TikTok if you use TikTok desktop publisher, so on and so forth. So other things that I can sit here and say is, other than scheduling your content, the reason why I think this is powerful is I now have an ability to just wake up the next morning, look at the content from previous day, and then respond to my comments on all apps, which really gives me an opportunity to just take Monday through Friday to literally communicate with people, send DMs, thank new followers, so on and so forth, versus creating the content and scheduling it out and feeling burnt out at the end of the day. So the Canva does have a calendar. I'm not exactly sure if you can publish content out through Canva, but Canva does have a calendar. And if you have teams that are virtual, they live obviously outside of your household or outside of the office, Canva is really good that you can give sharing access to people so that they can see your social media calendar, know what's coming up. They can delete certain things based on what the team approves and add them back and create a real interactive experience of content that is fresh, that is new, that people appreciate. And it really has a trademark of your personal or business brand. Google Calendar, that's a really great way that you can schedule out your posts too. And you can share that with your team so they have access to it. Other apps like, I'm trying to think, Trello.com. I'm not sure if that has a free service for a certain subscription, but you can use Trello to also schedule out your content so that people know what's coming up. And then you can put assignments and stuff like that in stages. You know, the creation stage, editing stage, needs content stage, and so on and so forth, to really get that content going and flowing, and creating an opportunity for yourself to really have content that's scheduled out, so you don't have to worry about anything during your day. You could have peace of mind and really deal with things that come up on your platforms through the comments and the DMs, and really gauge your content. One of the best ways, without thinking too hard or spending hours researching on what to share next, is actually using your social media insights on Instagram, which I recommend that you switch to a business profile versus a personal Instagram. That way you can see your insights and see what gets the most reach, what is getting the most comments, what's getting the most bookmarks, shares, so on and so forth, so that you can know what you do. That's exactly what I do with my Instagram. Back in the day, I used to really allow myself to write down on a piece of paper. And although that was like a really great manual way, because it allowed me to really think about what I'm going to share next, it actually saves me a lot of time when I just look at my insights and take a look and see what did well 30 days, 90 days ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, so I could kind of use the same topic but different spin to that piece of content, or that spin on that topic, so that I can give you, each and every one of you, more. And if you don't use Canva, you don't use Google, you can use Outlook Calendar if that's what you and your team use, and just create a calendar that is accessible to the people on your team in marketing or your business partners, to be able to really know what's coming up ahead. Because when you have a calendar versus, okay, the captions are in this folder in Google Docs, and then the document, and the videos or the infographics are in this folder, you have everything scheduled out. So if for whatever reason you have to pull it out of the calendar, delete it from your social media scheduler. Hi, Asmart, Sayed, how are you? It can really help you create content that people appreciate. And then, like I said, with that social media marketing calendar and everything scheduled up on a social media app, you can then use the business days and the business hours to literally communicate with your audience. And that's what I like to do, like 20 minutes to 30 minutes before I post something, especially on Instagram. I like to go into the comments, reply to people, go into my DMs, send messages. I like to say hello and send voice notes to new followers. I also like to look at other people's content and get inspired and comment on things that I really, really like, and show people that recognition that I see you, I'm watching you. Hi, Sayed, thanks for joining today. And so, yeah, I'll just recap now that we're coming close to an end. If you have any questions, Syed, feel free to let me know. But Canva, Google Calendar, and Outlook Calendar, you can schedule out your posts. As I was saying earlier, I do recommend at least 2 posts per day on Instagram. I'd say about 2 to 4 pieces of posts per day on LinkedIn. On TikTok, 4 to 6 posts per day. YouTube, I'm probably going to say 1 or 2 videos a week. Anything more than that, I would recommend that you do it if you have over 10,000 followers, at least going live once a week on YouTube, and even just sharing daily videos on YouTube, which is what your audience would like if you have a big following. Facebook is a little bit different. I think 1 post per day on your Facebook business page is the best that one can do, and at least 1 or 2 tweets per day. And I know that sounds like a lot. I just joined Clubhouse and I'm getting used to it. I haven't really jumped in any rooms yet, but I went live twice per week, and you don't have to share content. You just kind of have to go live, and it's audio, so you're not going live like the way I am right now. And it really will get you more confident and feeling good to just show up online and create a calendar and schedule out your posts weeks or a month in advance. That way the rest of the month is just spent socializing with people, because that's what social media is about. It's about building those networks, showing up authentically as yourself and really being true to your audience and showing them that you see them. It's not just about posting and closing the app. It's about posting and socializing with people at the same time. So I hope this social media calendar marketing schedule live stream was helpful to each and every one of you. Just using technology is the best way to open up your schedule to do other things, so you're not on your phone all day, and really giving you an opportunity to show people that you're creative and that you do care about their problems, and the solutions and the solutions to the problems are in your posts. That's really the power of marketing. And if you can do that with education, entertainment, or inspiration, you really, really are putting yourself in a good position compared to the people that do exactly what you do. So thank you so much for joining me on Instagram Live. The sun is shining. Summer has finally arrived in my city. So I'm going to get some breakfast and go out soon. But thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to join another Instagram Sunday. I'll make sure to share the actual topic that I'm going to share this Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining, and take care. Bye.